Hello, my name is Brett and this is my how-to on cleaning the wheels and bearings of a longboard. I haven't done this in a while, so I definitely need to clean these. I rode this throughout the summer and it definitely needs a cleaning. So what you want to start with, you need a T-tool. This bit is to change out the nuts over here. We're not going to be using that. The big end of this will loosen this bolt right here. I don't think the lighting is picking it up, but we will not be touching that. The middle widest is going to be used to unscrew this wheel. And you're just going to want to rotate this counterclockwise. And I like to angle the wheel up. There is a washer in between the nut and the bearing, so if it falls, it is kind of hard to find once you pick it up again. So this is the nut. I'm going to place that down, and let me just hold my hand under the wheel as I take it off. Sometimes washers can get stuck to the bottoms of bearings, so there's a washer here. And there's probably a washer stuck to this bearing too. Yep, see, it just fell onto my laptop. So I have the two washers. Those go on either side of the bearings. And this wheel, there's two bearings on, or there's one bearing on each side. And as you can see, there's a ring in the middle of it that is loose. That basically just keeps it rotating, or it's a spacer between the two bearings. So you can really just get any pointy metal object, and I'm just going to use this end. You want to stick it here, and you basically pull away from one edge of the wheel, and it should pop the wheel out. I should have been more careful there. So my bearing popped out. And also my spacer popped out, so you might want to do that from the top instead of the bottom like I did. And we still have that one bearing left on the other side. I'm just gonna pull this out. I wish I could give you a better angle on pulling this out, but it's pretty ugly to do it. So I have my two bearings, my nut, my washer, my spacer in between the two bearings, and I recommend Clorox wipes, or well, actually I should recommend isopropyl alcohol, but I don't have those at the moment, so this will do just fine. I like to start by just cleaning off the axle and just really start. There's a black side of this. This is the side that faces the outside of the wheel. And you're just going to want to clean that off. You can really see how much is coming off from this. So I really did need to wash this. Just get either side. The real purpose is to just eliminate the dirt that is in between the bearings. If you really had 20 minutes to yourself, you could pop these black things off and re-grease the bearings, but it's pretty tricky, so I won't be demonstrating that for this video. I also like to get in between. There's just these little plastic pieces in between. You're going to want to just twist it with your finger, see how much came off there, and I go to the same side again. There's just a lot here. I would recommend, because you've already wiped it off with isopropyl alcohol or bleach or the Clorox wipes, there's this thing called Speed Cream. Comes in this box. It's just basically a thin greaser that helps the bearing rotate a little bit more. So you're gonna get 2 drops. Just drop it on the inside of the bearing. I like to tap it on something just to make sure it falls down correctly. I do that to the same bearing here. 1 drop, 2 drop, and tap it. Now I'm just going to reconstruct the bearing within the wheel. I like to start with the outside of the wheel, or the inside of the wheel. This is the outside, you can see the labeling here. So I make sure the black side is facing outwards. And you just have to put a little bit of force in here. You can hear it click when it comes in. Oh, that one just kind of slid in, probably because it had grease on it. So now you're going to get your spacer in between the wheels. You just want to pop it in between there. All you have to do is make sure it doesn't go sideways. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle yet. And get your other bearing. Make sure this is facing the outside. So you're going to pop that in. And you can kind of see how it's still loose in there. So this is a hard angle to get. You're going to get your washer, place it on the inside, and you're going to want to get this piece, that piece centered in the middle. So I just get you can get like a pencil or something. I like to stick it halfway in just to start getting it on the threading, and it should slide right through. You can see the screw poking out. You're going to get that second washer and place it right on there. And the nut is actually kind of tricky, because if you tighten it too much, the wheel won't rotate as much as you want it to. So, if you're pedaling, it's just going to be harder to kick off, and that can be a pain. I like to basically just rotate this until you start feeling it. You kind of feel that nut touch the washer, and then I like to, I feel it hit right here. I like to feel it hit and back it off a quarter turn. And this is just one wheel. I won't be demonstrating all of them. And there's no sound when it is rotating, which is good. A lot of the times if you tighten it too much, you can hear a grinding sound, or it just won't rotate as fast. Alright, thank you.